Hello, I'm Chris. I'm really sorry I can't be with you today. Actually, it's due to the success of the project, but I'll tell you a tiny bit more about that later. But what I can say is I'm incredibly grateful to West Sussex carers, to my coach Catherine, to Penny and Amy, and everyone involved in this programme. It's really been translational. I really can't thank you enough. I first engaged with the charity when my father collapsed with an undiagnosed heart complaint about 2 years ago, and I instantly became a carer for Dad and for Mum, who has Alzheimer's. And the support of the charity was just amazing. And Dad's collapse couldn't have come at a worse time in a way. I was considering a career change. In the mid 90s, I did a successful PhD in immunology. But you won't believe it now, but in the mid 90s, the government stopped funding vaccine design and blue sky immunology research. And I had to change career and went into the tech sector, where I spent 20 years, always wanting to go back really and regretting the decision. And after a big birthday and watching the pandemic unfold, and knowing that there were still some really big, interesting problems to solve, but with more data and better computers and genomics and machine learning, I decided it was time to act before everything got solved. And that was 2 weeks before Dad collapsed when I managed to make a start on the research in some of my spare time. Whilst being a carer, I was managing to find small pockets of time for that research, but it was really challenging. An email arrived in my inbox about this programme, and I couldn't believe how clever it was, actually. I thought it was amazing that somebody was thinking about focusing coaching on the thing that people forget to do, which is to focus on themselves and particularly their work whilst they're a carer. I joined the intro session, and I'm not ashamed to say it, that in the exercise where you were asked to imagine yourself doing the thing you wanted to do, I burst into tears. It felt so wonderful. So I applied for a place on the cohort and was delighted to be accepted. And in the first session, Catherine was just amazing, as she was in all of them. She really held the space for me to think about my career change, and together we made plans. We celebrated the wins when those plans came to fruition, and she helped me understand what was holding me back when those plans failed as well. She really helped me to get from firefighting to normality, where I could actually focus on this sort of stuff. And she also told me, importantly, that it wasn't selfish for me to want this and for me to make time to focus on it. Meanwhile, my research grew apace, and I started building collaborations with researchers in Oxford, and built a website out of all of the data that I was curating. And I was encouraged by lots of people to apply for a fellowship, which I did. But the fellowship application took time, and again, Catherine helped me find a way to make that time. There were 5 phases in total. It was really complex, but at every part of that, I really felt she was with me, supporting me and helping to make suggestions. And she was one of the first people that I'd email when I got through a particular stage. And in December, I was awarded a 3-year fellowship at the European Bioinformatics Institute near Cambridge. It's the place where the genome was sequenced and is full of the most amazing scientists who are now colleagues. I can't quite believe it. And it's funded by the Marie Curie Actions, which is really appropriate because actually Marie Curie was a carer for most of her career. I started in January, and it was just as amazing as that thing I imagined. And actually I went to campus the day before because I knew I'd be a bit emotional. And I'm there today. So one of my tutors from my PhD was the director there long before I applied. And I'm at the symposium to celebrate her career and mark her full retirement. But back to this programme. It's amazing. It's transformational. Catherine, Amy, Penny, all the staff at West Sussex Carers, thank you. It's a brilliant idea. Thank you for coming up with it and for seeing it through. It's literally changed my life. I wish I was there in person to thank you, as I give thanks pretty much every day for all of your parts in my return to science. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I really hope that this programme continues. Thank you.